When I was younger, I always wonder what kind of career path that I want to choose. What do I want to be? Do I want to be an artist, a scientist, an inventor maybe? And I keep thinking about it ever since I was young until I was adult right now. And it's terrifying because when I'm younger, I'm just thinking, right? It's just an imagination and illusion or whatever. As I grow older right now, stepping into the society, I felt lost actually. I didn't know what I want. It's like I know what I want, but I also don't know what I want. A good example is that things that I feel like I can do, but then they don't really work out well, as in having reward. Success and money and all that is basically what we have been told to get, right? To live that dream. The script of study, get a good grade, get a good job, get paid, having a wife, having a kid, house, car, and all that things. And I'm right here. It's gonna be my birthday in a few days. I feel lost, but in a way, I feel calm. I've been grieving for something. I've been grieving for this thing. My 6 years old laptop that just died unexpectedly. Now, logically, you can just, pay and fix it, right? But I also know that I don't have that income yet. And today I would like to share this story about my path of chasing for career. Now, after I graduated high school, I didn't know what the fuck I want to do. I wanted to, my one of my dream is always to be a fine artist. Sit on the street and draw. It sounds romantic, but then it's probably not that great, man. It's probably not that easy because we talk about fine art. I'm very slow artist. I spend my time dedicating to every details, and who will just sit there waiting 6 hours in a row just for me to draw them. And along the way, I joined this college because I didn't know what I want, right? I just tried it. I went from, oh, I want to be a fine artist to wanting to be a 3D modeler, a 3D animator. And then at semester 5, I found something I truly love, which is lighting and compositing and rendering. Now, those of you who don't know, to put it simply, it's basically like color grading in video editing. Basically, compositing is where you have different layers, different paper you put together, and then you change color here and there based on the mood. If feeling positive and happy, sunshine, all that shit, it's yellow color. When you feel depressed, it's blue. The typical Disney Pixar type of things you would see. And I worked for 2 years in this position. I was unhappy. I constantly think about the things that I want to do. I want to have my own, like I want to be like an entrepreneur. I don't know if I fit this category, but I know I wanted to make my own business. And so for this 6 years, I transitioned from constantly creating 3D artwork, showreel to find a better job, to get paid, right? To transitioning to making 2D art. If you are my friend, you know that I have this brand called Grey Life. Can't really call it brand yet because it's not like I market it or profit anything from it. And I was so caught up with creating more and more and more. I see people, they make sticker, they make wallpaper, make it for phone case or pencil box, water bottle. And I want to do those type of thing with my character. But I notice sooner or later I'm only leaning one thing after another. And that's something I only realized recently. If it's not career based, then I probably won't do it at all. I used to enjoy drawing on sketchbook, and because my goals shift, I want to be successful, want to have money. It's not like I'm chasing to be rich or anything. I just want to have this financial security and independency, so I don't have to rely on my parent all the time. But I was too caught up with all these things, chasing for dreams and goals, that I didn't know what the fuck I was living for. I was too afraid, actually. And it's not easy to open up the vulnerability. But I must say, yeah, I am afraid that I would die one day from poverty, because I can't make it. I don't want to work on a dead-end job either. What am I supposed to do? McDonald's? I mean, it's not saying McDonald's good or bad, but I know I could do more. I have this potential. I have vision. I have critical thinking. I have creative ideas. I'm like a wishing well with all this crazy idea that I have. But I didn't understand why when I work on this thing so hard and nothing seems to work. Like I said, in terms of reward, money, right? I really wish I can have my own independency. And as I reflect during this 1 or 2 years of not having a job, I have worked before, but it doesn't last long, 3 months or maybe 2 weeks. Either the company doesn't want me anymore, or secondly, it's because of the suspend, right? Because student reducing, and so it was devastating as well, because I found an art studio that I enjoy teaching. And yeah, I mean, the system management kind of shitty, but I enjoy interact with the kids. I love to spread my wisdom. I love to approach them and teach them and nurture them. But I was also taken away after about 1 or 2 months, and I didn't know what exactly should I do. Like I said, I have a lot of things. I know what I want, and yet with all these things, all these obstacles and challenges keep showing up, I just feel so lost. And it's not just the typical just keep pushing or whatever. I start to slow down. I start to reflect. I start to feel more spiritual faith with God. I feel like it's guiding me. God is guiding me. And it's a terrifying process, because while everyone is working or building career, moving upwards, I'm still here. But I think I learned a quite important lesson throughout this 1 or 2 years. And it only during this 4 years of self-love and healing journey that I walk, I start to feel the difference, specifically these years. And I don't regret that, honestly. But I do also notice the fear keep lingering. When am I gonna find a job? And so back to this computer, this is kind of a breaking point, because, like I said, this past 6 years, I've been heavily focused on career. I've been focusing on using computer, whether it's creating YouTube 3D or 2D art, entertainment, or my adult content addiction, video game, hangout, friend, all these things. I use this fucking laptop. And one night specifically, I was just vibing at music, and it just suddenly died. It was devastating. I didn't understand why I don't feel this heavy meltdown. Instead, I feel this quiet ache in the dark, in quiet nights, and I heal from that. I grieve. I still grieving, so it's not like I hear one night, it's done, they come back and it's okay, because I really care about this. This is more than just a laptop, it's my livelihood in a way, even if I didn't make money, but it was this promising future that I've been chasing, and suddenly when it dies, I feel I feel like I lost a piece of myself. I feel like I lost my identity. I mean, how am I supposed to continue doing my art if my laptop died? Now, I don't know if it's fate, but somehow, because my brother has been thinking about buying a new laptop for a long time, he wanted to trade his old one, which is a Windows 10 MSI, a worse PC, a worse laptop than this one technically. And it's been kind of painful to just even use it, honestly. If I can open Steam and it lags, man. So I am grateful to have that piece at the laptop, but at the same time I also felt this ache, like, man, I really want, I see people having their desktop and 2 screen or 3 screen, man. I want that, man. But I think life has been teaching me to be humble and to live with less, right? Because, like I said as well, wait, I didn't say anyway. This PC, it's not that great, man. Not because it's bad on its own, but then if I can developer keep upgrading new software, if I can RTX 5000 series, this is just not enough. This is GTX 1050, man. It's considered decent 5 or 6 years ago, but now it's a low end, and I didn't have that resource. I do have money, I have saving, but I don't have that luxury to just buy without thinking it. So what to do? I go with what I have, which is that shitty fucking MSI. And I was joking with my friend. I feel like eventually, if I keep complaining about it, it might just crash out and be like, nah, I'm done with you, man. It dies. And this event specifically breaks me, but it also heals me in a way. Like I felt this kind of gratitude, not trying to push positivity. I felt like it's an offering, because I've been living that life where I'll have to constantly make art or content, right? It's my main task. And when I don't do it, some days I feel so much fear and stress and all that thing. And it's still lingering in my head when I'm gonna make next YouTube video. It's been 4 days since the last upload. But it was even more heart aching because I always do backup. But because my laptop has limited space and my hard disk also limited space, I usually kept one project specifically on this laptop and didn't back up at all. And I always finish the project, then only I back up all the footage and project all together. I was starting 15% of it. I was making Roblox dress to be impressed, and now that it's gone, I had to start a new video then, right? So going back to all these things, I was honestly very surprised how I handle these things. Not to compare, I didn't have a meltdown, so I'm better. It's never about that. It's about how I feel about myself. And honestly, I was shocked because I didn't face it with so much anger and frustration as I thought I would. I was quite calm when the moment it suddenly died. Because in my mind, I just focused like, okay, let's see what I can do with it first, which is not something I will do for many years too. So that it's a significant moment for me as well. And I mean, needless to say, I feel this heaviness afterward. It hits, knowing that, oh shit, it is dead, man. And I don't think the point is about fixing it or not fixing it. Even though, yeah, money is technically one thing. But on a deeper level, on a spiritual and mental or whatever you want to call it level, I felt like it was meant to happen to me too. I didn't know it was that soon. I thought it would be in 1 or 2 years. And so when it comes to YouTube content, as some of you may know, I have two channels. I make this channel for 2 years and nothing. It didn't really grow. So I shift to gaming commentary, something that I feel like my creative spirit can express myself, and it was fun, man. I laugh at my joke a lot. Who would have thought, right? But it was also some of the hardest moment for me because I was desperate. I need to make money, man. I need to make, and it was I feel unfair and I feel envious because my friend Jens Play make his channel new 1 or 2 months and he already monetized his channel. So I feel like, why is all these things happening to me? I don't understand. But as I keep reflecting, I start to feel like maybe it is happening for many reasons. I don't know if God can hear my words, but I said I wanted to live a simple life. And maybe that's why I was given this challenge, this obstacle, where not only that I gave up and accepted that, yeah, I'll just fuck it, I'll just play a low graphic setting, man. And then now it dies and I have a worse one that I don't even know if I can play those heavy game like Fortnite or Marvel Rival. I tried downloading Marvel Rival on HDD. It takes 11 hours, man. And not only that, for some reason, because I tried to separate download it the next day, yesterday it restart all over again, man. I was like, fuck. When I download that game, I already feel like I can't play it anyway. I just want to eliminate my doubt because I know it struggle on this fucking PC as well too. And how would MSI handle that shit, right? So it's been hard, man. I've been grieving. Uh, I also feel like I feel I don't know how to explain, man. I feel grateful basically. Not trying to be positive and I don't like to push positivity, but I do feel grateful in a way that this thing happened. It does really shows how much I'm able to adapt and how resilient that I have become. Because oftentimes it's very terrifying to imagine, oh, what if this, what if that, right? And it happening. It happened, man. It's so unexpected, and I really feel like anything could happen at this point, right? I mean, I was so afraid all the time. Oh, what if I get hacked, right? What is this fucking malware or virus in my laptop? And turns out the reason why it dies is not even virus, man. I think it could be either the motherboard or the battery, and it's not gonna cost cheap either. And this laptop is so old. Even if you fix it, it might just die for another reason too. So that's why I was hesitant to even go to check. And plus, just diagnosing gonna cost me about some money, and I am not at the position where I can just spend freely. And I know it's easy when people just tell me just go find a job, man. But I think people didn't understand the reason why I'm so fearful to find a job. It's not because I'm lazy. I work hard. I work dedicatedly, but I just want something that really aligns with me. And if I just work at a fucking cafe, just stand there like a wood for 8 hours just to get what, 8 ringgit per hour. That's like, I don't know, in US it's $2, man, $2 per hour. It's so little, man. I just feel like I can do so much more. So then that's the whole cycle that I got caught up. I need to be successful and rich fast, man. And honestly, I regret a lot. Regret because I didn't take care of my health and well-being. My eyes vision is like progressively get worse too. So I'll take my time, man. And thank you for watching. I hope it's something that you can learn as well too. I notice it's interesting how my worldview and the view in myself change over the time. I didn't keep looking at something as just the world against me is bad luck. I start to look at what it's trying to teach me. What can I learn from this thing? What can I do with this situation? And I feel like that's really inner strength, man. I feel like this 3-4 years of self-reflection, awareness, and healing is what makes me act or feel this way right now. It's still hard. I still complain for sure, man. I'm not perfect, and never believe online that people are perfect, because no one is perfect. The more people trying to hide it, it's the more that part of them it's growing bigger and bigger, just like yin yang always balance, man. The purity will always have this impurity, and black and white is not just about good or bad. Sometimes it's about white is about loud, black is about reserve and patience, stillness, all this. So thank you. And this is whether my YouTube will get monetized or not monetized. Maybe maybe it's not the point anymore, right? I start to think that way. Maybe it was my journey, how I express myself, how did I navigate through life, how do I live life. And more than ever, I just want to live life, learn how to live, not how to success. Because it's been tiring chasing again and again. So yeah, I think it's quite interesting. I didn't give up this channel, I didn't delete it, so you can definitely see the difference between my first video and this video right now. I feel more calm, I feel more firm to the things I said, I feel more confident. I don't have to please the invisible audience, and maybe that audience is in my head. So